Good afternoon or good evening, everybody, and welcome to tonight's training about learning all about travel joy. My name is Mark Krebs. I'm a gold qualified consultant with Team Sunset, part of Team Empire, Team World Explorer, and Team Rising Tide. So, what Travel Joy is, guys, is that it is an all-in-one CRM for us, and it is also a place where you can make really nice looking customized itineraries for your clients for whatever type of vacation that they are looking for. One of the best things about Travel Joy is that a lot of it is automated for you. Justin, no, it is not. This is a piece of software that you can actually purchase access to on a monthly basis. And we'll get into the cost of it here in a little while. It is a nominal cost. But we'll get into that here in just a little while because I do have a referral code that you guys can use, which I will give to you in a little bit. So as you guys can see, I have a couple of trips that I've already had set up here that I want to show you. And one we're going to actually work on tonight so I can show you guys how easy it is to work with Travel Joy. Okay? So right over here, the first thing that I absolutely love about Travel Joy is that we have this contacts tab. And with this contacts tab is where you can put all of your client information into it. So for example, I believe I have my information in here. So we're just going to go down to me. I do. Okay, so we're just going to use mine. So if I was my client, okay, I would be able to put in all of the information for myself that I would need for booking trips, both right away, like the one I was working on, and down the road. So like here, your first, middle, and last name, which is really good because you do need the middle name, or at the very least, the middle initial for flights and the passport information and everything like that. You always want to have an email address in here, whether it's home or work for your client. Phone number, you're going to easily put in here. So I just put mine in. And then I really recommend putting in your client's address as well. And again, it's very simple to do, guys. The reason why I like having all of this information is because I send out my clients thank you cards and welcome back cards when they return from their trips, which I stick in a refrigerator magnet, several of my business cards, and I am doing a separate business card with a QR code that goes to my link tree that has all the links to my sites asking for reviews of my service and of their trip for my clients to review me and their trip. So for Facebook, for Yelp, for what else? For Travel Leaders Network, my agent profiler there, and for Google. So I'm starting to print those now, design them, print them, and put them into those thank you cards as well. You can add a tag to them, like what kind of client they are, if it's personal or business, etc. If they have a website, what their job title is, if you want to have their Facebook profile in here, Twitter, LinkedIn, what company they work for, Instagram, etc. Now, make sure you're saving all your work, especially so that you don't lose it. So I just saved it and it'll take you out of it right away. But then you can also put in your client's relationships, like their spouse or their kids, and you can put in their birth dates and whatnot. Um, any loyalty programs which they belong to. I belong to so many of them that I'm not going to put them in here at this point because that would take too long. But this is especially important information for you to have, because that way you can go back and add those loyalty numbers to your clients' reservations so that they can earn their rewards points and airline miles based on where they're staying and what airlines they're taking. And that's just yet another way that you can wow your client by already having that information in there. Important dates, birth date, that's especially useful for when you are calling airlines, other suppliers, etc. Their wedding anniversary, if you are doing their destination wedding per se. Travel preferences are really nice to have. That way you know how to book your clients' trips for them. So if they prefer a window or an aisle seat, or if they prefer the opposite aisle, I don't know what they mean by that, honestly. If they prefer a king bed or two doubles or two queens in the room, if they have any special dietary needs like a kosher meal or no salt, anything like that. Hotel preference, so an economy, moderate, luxury, boutique hotel. What type of vibe they want their hotel or resort to have. So like they're going for rest and relaxation, so they want something off the beaten path. Party vibes, so if it's a younger client, stuff like that. And what kind of activities they like. Yeah, you're probably right on that, Mary Ellen. I didn't think about that, and I should have, having been in the airline industry. So Mary Ellen said opposite aisle likely refers to the places that, or the planes that have 3 columns of seats. So like your 353 configurations, like in the 777s and the 787s, or the Airbus A330, 340, 350s. And then your client's activity preferences, whether they would rather be around the beach and water, or they prefer to gamble, or they scuba dive, like adventurous activities, play golf, nightlife, arts, and theater. Okay? This, to me, is the most important thing that you can have for your client, is the passport information. The full name as it appears on their passport, the number, the country of issue, the date of issue, the date of expiration, their gender, place of birth, nationality, and citizenship. Okay? And then if you get a scanned copy of it that comes in a JPEG or a PNG, so it's an actual picture that comes to you, not like a Xerox scan, you can actually put it in here and it would be securely saved in your TravelJoy system. And then if it's a good enough scan, you can actually upload that on behalf of your client to the airlines when it is asked for, when you're booking the ticket. So vaccine info is not really a big thing anymore, unless when you do your research about the country, whether the COVID-19 vaccine verification is required or not, you can still have that information right here for your clients. You can store client credit card information in this. Okay? So let me say that again. You can store client credit card information in here, and it is securely stored. Now, the way it is securely stored is that it is encrypted. You have to re-enter your password in order to access it. And after 60 days, the CVV2 number goes away. So you do have to call your client for the CVV2 number again after 60 days. So what I do personally in TravelJoy is I will store the credit card information of my client until their trip is over with. And then I will delete it out of the system. And the reason why they give you this option is because you can actually pay suppliers through TravelJoy. But that is a feature that I do not suggest using personally. The reason for that is because it makes refunds really, really messy to get back to your client. And the reason why that is this. Your client, even though your client is still paying for it, technically they're paying the money through TravelJoy, and then TravelJoy is paying the money to the supplier, which means any refunds that have to come back for whatever reason have to go back through TravelJoy, and then you have to manually process them through TravelJoy back to your client. Does that make sense? There have been numerous instances in the past year or so of travel agents using systems like this and Travelify, which is another travel agent CRM, to do this. And then they just took the money and ran and committed fraud. There was one travel agent who left 35, 40, 45 of her clients just on the pier without any reservations after she had taken their money, got back on the cruise after saying to them, oh, I'm going to take care of it. And those clients watched her pull away on the cruise. And all of that money had been paid to the supplier through TravelJoy. Yes, sir. I'll try to find the story for you. We were talking about it in the leaders chat several months ago. But it's happened several times over the past year and a half. One agent is even facing international fraud charges for not paying a supplier in Costa Rica because she duped the clients out of the money that was supposed to be paid to the supplier for the villas and cabins that were rented in Costa Rica. The clients got there were no reservations. And the area where they were at was completely sold out. So that's why we always tell you to protect yourself, to always use your client's credit card to pay the suppliers straight up. Don't ever use your card, and make sure that you are always using your client's card so that any refunds that must come back to the client are directly given back to them. Okay? Any questions? Yep, exactly, Sarah. That's why it does make it hard on us honest travel agents and ethical travel agents. The note section is for any internal notes that you want to write about your client. And then the trips section right here will show you what other trips your clients you've planned for your clients. So as you can see here, I have 2 trips. One was last year's convention trip to Las Vegas, which I unfortunately had to cancel due to an injury to my back. But this one here, which is active, is this year's convention trip to Long Beach and then the Mexican Riviera cruise that we're going on. And that's the one that I'm going to be working on tonight and giving you guys a demonstration with. There are preset templates for confirmations, emails to send out to your clients. There is a credit card authorization form that you can send out to your clients to have them sign that is Archer approved in here. You can set up your own signature for emails. There's a library of your own items that you can add to your itineraries for your clients. You can have your own terms and conditions in here. You can run reports about almost anything you want to about your clients. There's a calendar in here that will actually show you what stage your clients' trips are in, whether they're in pre-trip, or they are on the trip, or they have gotten back. So as you can see, I had a client return back on Friday of last week. They were on the Disney Wish. And then there's a task list here too that you can set up tasks for yourself and check them off as you go to help keep you organized. And then here, the dashboard is your main section for working with your current trips. Once you're ready to create something new, like a new client or a new proposal or a new itinerary, all you have to do is hit create. And I would always start with the proposal for your client and then go from there. You can even do groups in here and create one large group booking page that would get emailed out to the entire group, but it would be individualized for each person. So for right now, we are going to go ahead and work on this one, and I'm going to show you Mark Krebs' trip. Right now, this is in the inquiry stage. So we're going to go ahead and create this itinerary. So right down here on the right-hand side, you're going to see create itinerary. So this is very simple to use. So I'm going to click on the create itinerary button right here. You always want to give your itinerary a title. So mine is Evo at Sea Convention 2025. You can write an intro about it, and that's where I usually say something nice about the trip, or say something like, here's your proposed itinerary for your upcoming, which you asked for your upcoming trip to wherever. Please let me know if you have any questions about it or would like to add or change anything. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to add a section, put in your date. So in this case, for me, it's going to be July 22nd. Fly to Long Beach. Fly to Long Beach, California. And then I'm going to add an item. So when I click on add an item, it gives me this list of what I can add. So an activity, a car rental, a cruise, flight, lodging, restaurant, train, or transfer. So this is going to be a flight. So this is going to be Omaha to Las Vegas. And I'm just going to quickly go into an incognito window here and pull up the flights. And if you haven't taken my flights training before, incognito is how I do all of my flights, because the airlines will not be able to track your IP address, and thus keeping your flight costs low. So, okay. So this is what I'm looking at. 34.59. So I will go back out of that. So you'll just type in Southwest Airlines 34.59. Put in your departure date, 7/22/2025, Omaha. And you see it actually recognizes the flight, so it puts in the flight found right here. Okay. So, and then as long as it's right here, the flight has been added. So I'm going to add another item, so another flight. So WN for Southwest, because that is their airline code. And then 3143. And you see how this is all automated, guys. And your client will get flight notifications starting 3 days prior. And there's live tracking the day of the flights as well. So if there are changes, your client will get a notification from TravelJoy as well as the airline. Okay, so now I'm going to add an item. I'm going to add a transfer, and just here. So I just added transfer, and then here I would have put in the company name of the transfer company, contact name, phone number, pickup address, and the confirmation number. I'm going to add an item here of lodging for 2 days. We're just going to say stay at the Queen Mary. So the Queen Mary right there. Okay, so now you see, like when I put in the hotel name, it gives me this location. It it did this all automatically for me. So put in all this hotel information for me, guys. Okay, everything right there. It even put in pictures of the hotel or a couple of them. And you can add pictures that you find online for your client. So I'm going to add a section here. We're going to title this title that trade show and IATN reception. Doing that as an activity. And I'm just going to leave it like that. I'll just put in where it's at because it's not going to pop up on here, but that's fine. So now I'm going to add another section, put in the date. This is the coolest part that they have just added. So we're going to add item, and now we're going to add a cruise. So Carnival. Carnival Cruise Line, the Forenza, and you actually get to search for your cruises right here. Every single cruise line. Every single cruise line, guys. You can add pictures of the accommodations, the schedule for the cruise, and whatever else the cruise line has given to Travel Joy, and you simply click add to itinerary. And look at that. It got filled in automatically for me in less than 30 seconds with information about um the Forenza and the stateroom I'm going to be in, the departure port, and the two port cities that we're going to be in, Cabo San Lucas on Saturday the 26th and Ensenada on Monday the 28th. Yeah, it is. So on Tuesday the 29th, I'm going to add my flights home. So we're going to add the transfer. And we'll do this flight. Go back into my incognito window. I'm going to select this flight so I can get into the return flights. 1657 because I need to get the flight numbers. Okay, so that flight is done. I'm going to add item, flight. 554. And bada bing, done. So now in about, I started that about 6:18. It is now 6:39. So in about 21 minutes, I just created an entire itinerary, guys. Now, here's what it looks like. And you can change these backgrounds as well. But this is what it looks like. Here is your entire itinerary schedule with very little detail on the left-hand side that you just pull down. And then as you scroll down on the right, this has the most detail. So, and with the pictures, so you've got the stay at the Queen Mary, and then you click show more, and that's got all the additional information for your client. More of the information about the Carnival Forenza, the picture of the Forenza, information about the premium balcony, picture of Long Beach Harbor, information about Cabo and more pictures about Cabo or of Cabo, Ensenada, and then back to Long Beach. And there you go. When you're ready to share it, all you have to do is click on share itinerary, and you can send it direct to your client, save it as a PDF on your computer, or you can even copy the link and send it to your clients as a link. I usually just send it to them and it comes to them in a PDF. So, but I mean, TravelJoy is so easy to use, guys. They have brought on AI with it. They have added so many new features to this as of late, and it is amazing. Now I did say that there is a cost to this. The cost is $39 a month. Yes, Danelle, you can absolutely create this for upcoming trips that you've already booked. You can just go in and put the information in and send this as a really nice itinerary to your clients, just as an upgrade to what you've already created for them. So, and I would actually really suggest that. I prefer TravelJoy over Travelify because I find that it's a lot easier to use, and I have used both. Travelify has some features that TravelJoy doesn't, but TravelJoy also has some features that Travelify doesn't. So it's more of a personal preference for me. And I honestly prefer TravelJoy over Travelify myself. I think they're ahead of the game a little bit over Travelify. And it's more cost effective too. Yes. Within 3 days, Arlene. So 3 days of the flight departure, it will automatically update on the flights. But outside of that, no, you have to go in and change those flights. Okay, so great question, Kaylee. Right now they have just increased the price. It was $30, but it's a very nominal increase to $39 a month. But I have a referral code here for you guys that I'm going to put into the chat right now. Sorry, I've got a link I'm going to actually put into the chat right now that you guys can use. There you go. Use that link and you guys are going to get 50% off. So that is going to bring it to $19.50 a month for your first 3 months. So $19.50 a month for your first 3 months to use Travel Joy. I mean, for $19.50 a month, guys, that is a steal. Honestly, I use it for my own trips, as you can see, because I need to stay organized when I'm trying to do and redo things, and because I lose pieces of paper all over the place. So, um, but what other questions are there today about Travel Joy? My link is good for as long as necessary, honestly. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to also put my link. My link will also be in the description of the video on my YouTube page. I will put that my YouTube page into the chat here in just a little bit. And Destiny, yes, I do earn a referral credit off of people who sign up. So I do get a referral bonus. So, and once you guys sign up for Travel Joy, you will be able to earn that same bonus. So, unfortunately, you can't use the link if you've already signed up unless you use a different email address, I believe, Sarah. Yeah, different email. Sorry, Sarah. Danelle, yes, it is going to integrate with many of our vendors. All of the cruise lines are integrated with it. Already, all of the airlines are integrated with it. So, yes, definitely. Vax and Vacation Express, no, but a lot of the resorts are. So if you put in the name of a resort or a hotel, Travel Joy will pull the information about that hotel or resort and put it into the itinerary that you're creating, just like it did for the Queen Mary. Yes, absolutely, Dee. In the task section, you can create your own tasks to keep you on track. Are there any other questions about Travel Joy for me? Yeah, no problem, Eric. I am just putting in my contact information into the chat right now. Just bear with me one moment. Uh, yes, it is very easy for our clients to use. So, very, very easy. And the app is really just to be able to see the itineraries that we send to our clients. So, okay. Well, there's my contact information, everybody. There's my Facebook profile. Feel free to follow me or friend me on Facebook. Anybody can reach out to me on Facebook. I also put in my cell phone number that you guys can call me on, text me, or if you're an international agent, you can also WhatsApp me on that same number. Danielle, that is perfectly fine. I totally understand that. And this will help you get better organized too with those task functions. I put my email address in there as well, guys, and my YouTube page as well. Just in case you lose the referral code, I will have it in the description of the video on the YouTube page. Otherwise, you can just contact me and I would be more than happy to get it for you again. So, but if there are no other questions about Travel Joy, I want to thank you guys very much for being here. Thank you for some great questions about it tonight. I really appreciate it. Don't forget Ron's Zoom meeting is coming up here in about 10 minutes. I will be putting the Zoom information into the chat here momentarily. So thank you all very much for being here tonight. Have a great rest of the evening, and I hope to talk with you all soon or see you at another one of my trainings. Have a great night.